How's it going, everybody? Today we're going to talk about 3 tips that I have to dramatically improve your play using replays in the game. So first thing first, how do you even get to replays? Because it's pretty hidden, low-key. I don't know why it's in such a weird spot. So maybe you think like, oh, network. Nah, it's not network. You'd have to go down to past these 3 huge ones and go down to collections. And your replays are right here on the top. So let's go into replays. All right, now they're on replays. So first things first, this is how the replay system works once you load it up. It has recommended for you, but we don't want any of that. What we want is to press R1 and go to our replays. So in this, has all the replays that you've played for quite a bit, 100 of the last games you've ever played. So you're going to be wanting to take a look at these. Obviously, you can filter them. You can do a bunch of stuff, but I'll let you explore how the system works. For the 3 tips I have for you, let's start with number 1. Number 1 is, especially if you're brand new to the game, or if you're watching this and the game is pretty brand new, is to see what combos you either are dropping, feel like are not optimal, or just want different ender routes. Like maybe you want some knockdown, or do you want the wall break. You want to see what combos you can improve on and what combo drops you can improve on. This is going to be very important. Damage is just key in this game, so you want to make sure you squeeze out as much damage as possible and be as optimal as possible to get the wall breaks, to get the fat damage, to get the kill, you know? Because sometimes you might have a combo that may be just a little bit too shy of the damage that you're going to need to optimize in the lab. So as you're playing and as you are watching replays, take a look to see what combos you're doing and see if there could be any improvements to them. Or if you're just dropping them in general, definitely go to the lab and practice those combos. It's pretty important. Next thing is to have answers to certain situations. This is probably the most important one. Low key is to know how to fight the characters in Guilty Gear. Guilty Gear is a game about matchups heavily, because a lot of characters, or all the characters, do extremely different things. And they're all quite annoying. That is the key of Guilty Gear, is that every character you fight is quite obnoxious, even sometimes your own. So you want to watch these replays and see things that you are just getting hit by over and over and over again, or you feel like the answer you have to them is just kind of dated. So like, for example, I have Chip here, right? One thing I went to the lab for was his command throw. So you see, you know, you could jump it, right? But you don't really get a punish off of it. So one thing I learned to do is to backdash the command throw, and you get a fat damage punish for it. That's just one example. Another thing could be for Kai. Kai's flip kick, that plus frame move that he has. The new move is basically old Grease Ever. It's plus, and of course I don't want to take the plus frames over and over again, so I found out you can 5k it with Soul, or 6p with other characters as well. Just stuff like that. Like, try to find answers to things that they're either being constantly put in blocks on for, or you're getting hit by over and over again. Like either those 2 examples, you know, Leo's cross-up attack, Geo's plus moves like the drill or the flip kick, ram swords. You can do a bunch of different stuff. It's definitely very important that you learn matchups. Not only learn matchups, but find answers to them. Find answers to specific moves that you're getting beat by constantly. And the 3rd tip is a little more nuanced, and it is kind of understanding how you yourself as a player is approaching things. Like, why are you getting hit for the things you're doing? So, for example, it could be bad fireball placement. Let's say if I'm playing Soul and I do 6S gun flame from like max distance, and they air dash at me and I get punished, right? So that could be one thing that I should improve on. Maybe I should include more gun flame feints, or just do 6S and do nothing and try to anti-air them if they're expecting me to do gun flame by itself. Could be your movement. You could be backdashing too much. You could be having, like, your opponent could be giving you time to escape, but you're not taking those opportunities to escape. So that's kind of like the counter like balance to tip number 2, which is basically finding answers to other characters and finding like ways to improve your own offense, or just your offense, your defense, anything you can as a player. So your offense could use some work, your defense could use some work. Those are just 3 basic ways you can improve in Guilty Gear by using the replays. And I suggest you to use replays a lot, because in a new game like Guilty Gear, your eyes or your brain deceives you a lot of the times. You can think you know what you're losing to, but in reality, it's definitely a lot more than you think from your like past occurrence of like your match. So you could think you know what you need to improve on, but watch the replays. The replays are the real truth, because you'll forget a lot of stuff. You even make up stuff in your mind. You'd be like, I lost to this, but in reality, you lost to something completely different. So use the replay system. It's important. It's pretty good. It could be better. Hopefully they add some better features in it, but it's important to watch the replays, especially for Guilty Gear Strive.
Mm-hmm.